Hello everybody, it's Holly from Besotted Orchids. I want to come to you today and show you some more orchids that I got from Carmela Orchids. We're going to see Lily here in the background. She's just put herself down there for a little nap. So hopefully she'll calm down, and I don't know where the other girls are. They're probably tucked away on their cozy blanket in their crate having a nap. So yesterday we did a big unboxing and wow, it's all still here. It's all still here. It's all over the floor, paper. I haven't dealt with any of this yet. And all these orchids came from Carmela. Now this was Avery's summer visit package, and they are orchid plugs. These belong to the Mansfield-Richland County Public Library System. And I told you I was going to do an unboxing, but sorry, I had to run down to the library to upload a video because my story was just taking too long to upload it home. So, I took the box down being that it was their orchids. And I said, would you like to watch me open these? So one of my viewers did get to watch because her daughter works there, and she was kind enough to put Dab. Hello, Dab. You've already seen some of these. She put Deb on her phone so she could watch us do the unboxing. So one of the viewers got to see most of the unboxing. Now, these are 100 came with the set, I believe, and then they went ahead and ordered another 25 of, which ones did they get? It was a Cattleya type, just to make sure they had enough for their programs. What these are for is, I have another whole box here also, is everybody who attends one of my orchid talks, they're going to learn how to pot one of these up and how to take care of it, and they're going to take it home. So what I believe I would like to do is, so we have so many varieties, one group one night will only do one orchid. Everybody will go home with the same orchid. So then they have specific care for that one orchid, because a lot of these people are going to be people who've never had an orchid before or have had a basic phalaenopsis. So this is to spread the love of orchids, and maybe we'll find a few more addicts out there. They're out there. They're hiding. They're out there. They just don't know yet. So here we go. We have, and I'm very pleased. I cannot believe the size of these. This is a plug. This is a plug. This is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful roots. And why they call them plugs, I don't know if you can see the dark material in there. That's some sort of, I want to say, some weird material that I know I've felt before in electronics or something somewhere. It crumbles off. Very fine, almost like a fine sandpaper. I'll see if I can show you one a little bit better. See this here? That is the actual plug. So this one here, I cannot lose any tags, is a Dendrobium simila. And I have a red Dendrobium, and I'm going to tell you, look at this. This is a Dendrobium red eye. This one's already spiked. This has had a previous spike on it. So, if you want to order some plugs, contact Sheldon at Carmela. And if you want some good sized ones, I'd ask for some Dendrobiums, because I also have Encyclia radiata. Come on. How cool is that? But much tinier. Well, I'm assuming they're going to grow pretty quickly. Very nice. We also have, what do we have here? Oh, I can't read the first. Elsie, Lalia, Cattleya maybe? Dorothy Warren Favorite. Now, that's a little smaller. It's going to take a little time to grow on. But beautiful root system. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice growth point still on there. So I'm going to say I am well pleased. They're going to live in these greenhouse trays that I happen to have hoarded up in my barn, and they are going to they're going to have a nice shower at least every day. I have to keep an eye on them. I don't want to lose any of them. And looky here, here's another group of them. What a surprise! We got a bloom. We get 2 blooms. So look at the size of this. I mean, these are amazing. I am so thrilled with these. So I'm excited. I will be teaching everybody how to pot their own orchids. Now we have this is Bangkok Fancy, the one you just saw the bloom for. And as I'm looking, I don't want to tear any roots apart. I have to be very careful with these. As I'm looking, I see, where did it go? A lot of these have a former spike. I don't know if you can see where there was a spike there already. So, you know, these orchid patrons are not going to be very unhappy about the wait. A lot of these are going to bloom very rapidly for them. Oh, here are some tiny ones. This is Brassavola perennii. Now these are probably going to shock the people when they pop them up. They're going to be like, really? Really? Look at these little things. But you know, this is a very cool orchid. They're going to have to bear that in mind. This is the night scented. So this is going to be very beautiful. And they're going to be very happy with any of these that they go home with. So yes, here they are. And I did look up, I researched a few of my orchids yesterday. I researched this one. And Rinco Cattleya. I researched it. Sure I did. RTH Linda V. This is Volcano Queen. That is a Volcano Queen. I'm very happy with this one. It's been on my list. And this one here, oh my goodness. Hello, plant lovers. I was very excited, Matthew. I researched this. I did a Google and up popped Matthew's video. I watch his videos every week. Oncidium Speckle Spire Snowflake. He has an actual video on that. If you want to watch it and see what it's going to look like in full bloom, pop over to Hello Plant Lovers. He's out of Melbourne. And so sometimes when he answers a question about particularly like the, Phyocylanthe, he said, well, that shouldn't be spiky now. And then he said, you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So his finish up just when mine began. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to chat back and forth with somebody and to watch his videos, and his are just coming in or going out of, they're following an opposite schedule from mine. So I do enjoy watching his video. I mean, he's a sparkling personality to begin with. So I enjoy it. So if you want to see this one in full glorious bloom immediately, pop over to Hello Plant Lovers. This one actually has another growth on it, 2 spikes. And according to what I saw on his and on other Google searches, this becomes very long. This is not done growing. This spike is not nearly done growing. And it will be multifloral. These brackets will come out. And there's just going to be so many. And they're going to be white with like an off red little speckle. So, snowflake. I can't talk this morning. Excuse me. And it's not coffee. It's my lemon water. You know, I'm actually becoming addicted to it. When I get up in the morning, I really want my lemon water now. Funny how we can adapt very easily to changes. Now, I do have these 2 I want to talk about. I spent some time thinking about these. Not doing anything with them. Not moving them. Not finding them home or watering, but thinking about them. That's half the battle. It's really half the battle. This is a Brassa nodosa. Lucky Time Sweetheart. So I'm thinking I'm going to pot these together this way because they're not large plants, and it will come together as one really nice specimen plant then. There are several that are going to have to find a home via either sale or gift to a friend. The Oncidium Catante Orange Kiss. Beautiful plant. I already own it. My husband bought me one for Christmas 2 years ago. So I don't need 3. And one of them has a double spike. I'm very pleased with it. I mean, a double spike. Wow. And more new growth coming on. Look at this. So this one's going to need a home. I hate to part with it because I do enjoy the blooms on it, but let's get real. I have a finite amount of space in here to put them. In fact, while my husband was enjoying his bagel in the living room this morning, because this is his dining room table, it's a little bit full of orchids at the moment, I was able to show him what I want done in the living room. So regardless with the amount of orchids I have, I'm going to be using a north-facing window. I will need to use a grow light. It hit the time where I'm going to need a few grow lights because what I grow there is like a pedlums and my phalaenopsis. So a lot of these are going to be going over there. I'm going to be moving around all my orchids and reorganizing them when we're done. But I suggested one shelf going across, and he suggested 3. I'm telling you, it's not my problem. This is not all my problem. He suggested 3 shelves, so we have to fill them. Something has to go on those 3 shelves. I mean, right? So anyhow, 3 shelves, mainly because we have some neighbors moving in. I don't dread to use the word neighbor. We have some people moving in next door. And they put their driveway extremely close to my house. It's so close to the house. I mean, we live out in the country. It's too close to be doing that to somebody else. We won't have to see them as much when they come and go. We're always pulling mini blinds down because we feel a little exposed now because no one's ever been here. This has just been our area. So, yeah, 3 shelves, I guess it's going to be. So there will be some grow lights, being that is a north-facing window. Let's see if there's anything else I can talk about really quickly. Oh, I did. Oh, be very gentle, Holly. Careful. This one here I did look up. I did spend some time researching a few things last night. Odontobraccia. See, now that's interesting. You have the odontoglossums, which if you watch Roger's orchids, you're going to see a lot of odontoglossums. He actually did just get a couple really nice ones from, I want to say Mather's Foundation? I'm not sure. I think that's where he got them from. But, so this is a cross between an odontoglossum and a braccia, which I guess is fine because they're both part of the Oncidium family. So why not? But this is going to look like, from what I've seen on Google, a very large spider orchid that's going to be pushing black. It's really going to look like a spider. So I have a 13-year-old son. I think it's probably going to become a favorite of his. And I do like the spiders too. I just like how I like the length of them. I also one day wouldn't mind having a Rothschildianum. Am I saying that correctly? That's the Paphiopedilum with the very long sepals that just hang down. Oh, they're just glorious. So this is, in the meantime, until I get said orchid, this has okay, it doesn't have that effect. But you know what I mean. It's going to be something nice. I'm trying to think what else I have here. I don't think I discussed these. These are identical orchids. I did get 3 of the same orchids from him. I got multiples. So this is Epicattleya, Jackie Bright, Hylo Stars. Again, 2 of them. The exact same orchid. I will pot these together. There's no reason to have 2 pots up on my shelf that are going to fall over, when I can have a larger one that's going to be much more stable, much more sturdy. And these are rather slow growing. I already have 2 of the Epicattleas and they're pretty slow growing. So I think these are going to be potted up together. So I'm going to be, oh my goodness, I'm going to be potting away. What else do I have here? Oh, there's another Catante Orange Kiss. But what I'm really excited about is, of course, my Princess Diana. This is a Miltoniopsis. See that? If you stop wiggling around. There's a spike with lots of blooms, lots of buds, and another one forming. Now this is a cooler grower, so what I'm going to do with this would never go on never. And listen, we don't have air conditioning. I have almost 120-year-old home here. We do not have air conditioning system. We didn't even have a furnace when we moved here. This home had been functioning off of a wood-burning stove in the basement. So when we bought this home, we renovated everything. It had to have new siding, it had new windows, it had to have new electrical, and thankfully we're able to do that. So we didn't hire anything else out. In fact, even my husband sent down to Kentucky after talking to a friend of mine's husband and ordered a furnace and installed the entire furnace. And we have the really beautiful ceilings I left exposed. I left the boards above exposed. So I didn't want to see any ductwork going up. So there's no ductwork going upstairs to our home. We heat the upstairs with a gas fireplace. It's just 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a big hallway I sew in. So we heat that with that. So I don't know why I was going off onto that. How I got onto that subject, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, the air conditioning. So anything that's going to need to stay cool, I would never put up really high. I never would. I would keep it lower to the ground, so it just stays a little bit cooler. So that would be my Miltoniopsis. They would never go up on a higher shelf in the home. We do run fans. We do open windows and have a really nice cross breeze. We live in the valley, so it's only a couple of days when you don't want to even continue on. There's like 2 or 3 days of the year that you're ready to call it quits. It's a little hot in here, but we do run a window air conditioning in the bedroom at night if we want to sleep. For just a few nights when it's unbearable, because really with the breeze here in the valley, it keeps it pretty cool in here. So I'm going to see if there's anything else I wanted to discuss. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this. The Volcano Queen, that has been on my list of things I wanted. And I'll show you this one a little bit better. This is just dripping with buds. Literally dripping. And this is the Memory Love Fizz, which will smell like grapes. I mean, like crushed grapes, crushed berries, crushed everything wonderful. And here is a bloom starting to open. You can see it'll be purple on the inside. That'll be very, very pretty. So I say in about 5 days, my house is going to smell exactly like this, and it will perfume a room. It's probably going to move out to my kitchen on the island. How pretty will that be for Easter? Can you imagine how pretty my house is going to be for Easter? It's just going to be orchid blooms everywhere. I'll tell you, one of the downfalls of having all the orchids is I no longer buy the poinsettias. I no longer buy the amaryllis. I no longer buy these other blooms that I would normally have around the holidays because it seems redundant. Now, there is a Christmas cactus, an Easter cactus that Richardson's, a local greenhouse, did put out that's orange. And I'm kind of thinking tomorrow is expert hiker day. Me and Lilibet will be heading out to go hiking in Mohican. And in fact, I think we're doing bogs tomorrow. We're actually going to load up in a big van and drive to a couple of different bogs to tour around and hike. So Lily is my hiker, wherever she wandered off to. And I think after that, I'm going to be very close to the greenhouse. I might pop in and get the orange Christmas cactus, because in my summer kitchen down in the basement now, I do keep my large Christmas cactus. I don't think I've ever showed them on here just because they're too big. I don't want them upstairs if they're not blooming. That's really bad of me, but they are down there in front of a window and it stays a little cooler for them, which actually helps them come into bloom a little bit more often. My fig trees live down there in the winter time. Just things that don't need tons of light to stay alive during the winter, but they get some in its cooler temperatures. So I will be bringing my fig trees up, and hopefully my Christmas cactuses are going to do fine. I saw they were a little dry because I really only go down to the summer kitchen this time of year if I'm putting something down in the freezer. So I don't get down there to water as often as I should. But it's a Christmas cactus. You know, they're hardy. They're very hardy. So I don't think I have anything else unless I want to show you really quickly. Oh, I did purchase an olive tree yesterday. Look at that. That's a Paphiopedilum. That is so pretty. It's a wine colored, and I don't have the name for it, but I'm sure it's one of the wine colored ones. I mean, look at it. Very, very pretty. And cross your fingers, this one's still in bloom for my orchid talks. And there's another Paphiopedilum back there that I really, really hope is in bloom. Let me see. Oh, here. I will show you this. This is an olive tree. I was actually thinking, it's funny how this works. I actually fell asleep thinking about plants, people. I dream about orchids. So I thought, if I ever run across an olive tree, I'm going to buy one. So I went to Kroger the next morning, which was yesterday, for groceries, and look what they had. Sitting with the orchids. Of course, I'm going to go look at the orchids. There was an olive tree. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And I don't care if it bears fruit. I'm not interested in the fruit. It's just such a pretty little plant. So I'm very pleased. This one came home, and I'm not sure if it's, my fig trees and lemon trees, they all go out on the porch during the summertime. And this probably would do very, very well out there, but I don't know. I kind of maybe want to baby this one a lot, and I don't want anything to happen to it. So, yeah, it's kind of getting out of hand over here. Now I just feel like I have to wander around and show you every single thing. This is the last thing, I promise. I want to show you how the spike, let's see if we're going to be able to see it today. I'm not going to be able to show you due to the lighting the spike. Trust me, the spike is coming. Oh, that's so sad. There is a spike on my Cycopsis, and it is, I want to say approaching 3/4 inch long, but I can't see it. It's there. And there was an orchid grower on an orchid site, maybe the American Orchid Society on Facebook, and he said that his put on about 2 inches of growth a day. So I'm assuming it has to have a really good start to start doing that. But oh my gosh, this is so healthy. It's such a healthy, could use dusting. It's such a healthy orchid. And you can see all of the speckling. You can almost see it better from the back sides of them. They're all mottled and speckled. They're very, very pretty. So I'm very proud of this orchid because I've heard some things. You hear rumors, You hear rumors that they're picky, that they're finicky, that they're going to die if you look at them. So I've repotted this one successfully. It formed a spike after it was repotted, and I repotted it maybe 2 months ago. So I'm hoping that if in the next probably several months from now, you'll be looking at, I like to call it the Samurai Warrior, because if you look at it very closely, it goes by the name Butterfly Orchid or Samurai Warrior. It does look like it has a little helmet of a samurai and the big anthers, I don't know what you call it, at the back. They do resemble swords. And then you see the little outfit. Look at a butterfly, look at the Cycopsis orchid ones, and tell me your imagination cannot pull up a Samurai Warrior. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a Samurai Warrior if you look. So, yeah, I'm going to say that's probably about it, except I will show you this probably for the very last time until it blooms again. We have to bring this out. That is, and see how yellow. Just 2 days ago, this was green with the yellow lip. This is a Renee Marquet Tyler. And yeah, it's a very quick change at the end. It's nearing the end. It maybe has a day or two. Now, according to, I feel like I'm talking about every YouTuber in the world, Nature Now, good as I've mentioned 3 people today. I do watch other orchid growers. You have to. You have to support their channels. You have to watch them. You have to like, you have to share, you have to subscribe. And you have to comment on everybody. It really does help build. It just helps build everybody's channels up, and it helps the community. Because the more a channel grows, the more orchids that person's going to be able to care for and have, and just more motivated they're going to be to even get that cool new orchid everybody's talking about to put on their channel. So, he said that Teresita, if you watch his channel, Teresita pops up now and then, hers was sequential. So he believes this should not be cut off like I normally would cut the spike on this. He says leave it alone and possibly another bud will develop. So I'm not 100% certain about that. But according to Teresita, it does. She's so nice to watch. So she's funny. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my haul. Well, you've seen most of it, except, every little tiny detail of the baby ones. And as they bloom, I'll come back and I will show you all these beautiful, beautiful blooms. It's just going to be, it's going to be really, really pretty in my house come Easter. It's going to be really nice. So goodbye hyacinths and tulips and everything I used to bring in potted. There's just no need to have those type of things now. So you guys have a great day. Please like, share, subscribe, and above all, enjoy those orchids.